NASA's Perseverance rover just found something on Mars that shouldn't exist, a rock covered in leopard spots. Not metaphorically, actual spots with dark rings, just like an animal's fur. And here's what terrifies scientists. On Earth, this pattern only forms one way, through life. After a year of analysis, NASA's acting administrator said, quote, "We can't find another explanation. This could be the clearest sign of life we've ever found on Mars," end quote. This is the story of Cheyava Falls, the rock that might rewrite history. July 18, 2024, Sol 1212 of the Perseverance mission. The rover is exploring Neretva Vallis, an ancient river valley that once carried rushing water into Jezero crater more than 3 billion years ago. The rover spots an arrowhead-shaped rock measuring 3.2 feet by 2 feet, covered in large white calcium sulfate veins, clear evidence that water once flowed through this rock. They name it Cheyava Falls, after a waterfall in the Grand Canyon. But between those white veins is something unexpected. Dozens of millimeter-size, irregularly shaped light patches, each surrounded by a thin ring of dark material. Leopard spots. The science team is confused. These patterns look biological, but this is Mars, a dead planet. So they start testing. Perseverance deploys every instrument at its disposal. Sherlock scans for organic molecules. Pixel analyzes the chemical composition. The rover literally zaps the rock with lasers and X-rays for days, imaging it from every possible angle. The black halos around the spots contain iron and phosphate. The spots themselves are made of two specific minerals, vivianitite, an iron phosphate, and greigite, an iron sulfide. Here's why that matters. On Earth, this exact chemical reaction, where iron and phosphate create these ringed structures, happens when microbes use the minerals as an energy source. It's not just similar, it's identical. Sherlock also detected organic carbon within Cheyava Falls. Carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, iron, all the ingredients needed for microbial metabolism. The rock was deposited in water. It has organic material, and it has a pattern that on Earth is created by life consuming energy. Project scientist Ken Farley called it, quote, "the most puzzling, complex, and potentially important rock yet investigated by Perseverance," end quote. But extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, so scientists spent a year trying to disprove their own findings. Peer review, independent analysis, testing every alternative explanation. Could the spots form without life? Technically, yes. Chemical reactions with hematite could turn rock from red to white, releasing iron and phosphate that might create the ringed rings. No biology required. There's another problem. The rock also contains olivine, green crystals that form in lava flows at extremely high temperatures. If the olivine and the leopard spots formed at the same time, the heat would be too extreme for life. But here's the catch. We don't know if they formed at the same time. The olivine could have been introduced later, after the biological activity, or the spots could have formed in a cooler period between volcanic events. Every alternative explanation requires specific timing, specific conditions, specific chemistry. The biological explanation, it just requires microbes doing what microbes do, eating minerals and leaving patterns behind. After reviewing every possibility, NASA made their announcement. September 10, 2025, 15 months after the discovery, the findings are published in Nature, one of the world's most prestigious scientific journals. NASA's acting administrator states, quote, "After a year of review, we can't find another explanation. This could be the clearest sign of life we've ever found on Mars," end quote. This is particularly surprising because Cheyava Falls comes from some of the youngest sedimentary rocks the mission has investigated. Scientists assumed ancient life would be in older formations, but this finding suggests Mars could have been habitable much later in its history than we thought. If microbial life existed here 3.5 billion years ago in these young rocks, it could have existed everywhere, for longer, in more places. The sample, now called Sapphire Canyon, is sealed inside Perseverance, waiting. Ken Farley said, quote, "Scientifically, Perseverance has nothing more to give. To fully understand what happened in that Martian river valley billions of years ago, we need to bring Cheyava Falls back to Earth." The rover's instruments are incredible, but they're limited. On Earth, we have mass spectrometers that can detect individual molecules, electron microscopes that can see cellular structures, isotope analyzers that can distinguish biological signatures from geological ones. We could definitively answer the question, did life create these leopard spots? The Mars Sample Return mission is scheduled to bring back rocks collected by Perseverance. Cheyava Falls is sample number 22 out of 30. It's now the highest priority target. If we confirm these spots were made by microbes, it would be the most important discovery in human history. Proof that life arose independently on another world, that we are not alone, that life is common in the universe. Think about what this rock represents. 3.5 billion years ago, Mars had rivers, lakes, a thick atmosphere, and potentially life. While microbes on Mars were leaving leopard-spotted patterns in the mud, life on Earth was just beginning. Single cells in primordial oceans. We evolved. They didn't. Mars lost its magnetic field, its atmosphere bleeded into space, and the rivers dried up, but the evidence remained, frozen in stone, waiting. Until July 18, 2024, when a 6-wheeled robot built by humans spotted a pattern in a rock and thought, that looks biological. We won't know for certain until those samples return to Earth, but right now, sitting inside Perseverance, sealed in a titanium tube, is possibly the most important rock humanity has ever found. A 3.5 billion-year-old message from Mars, written in leopard spots. And it might say, you were never alone.